Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says on the button 10:30 on Monday night. Back with a few for tomorrow. Not that long home from Roscommon, even though I didn't wait for the bumper. I had to pick up laundry on the way home and a couple of stops that had to be done, and had 1 pint in a local village not too far away. So in bed in a half an hour. I'll be on the road early in the morning, probably leaving at about 20 to 7 or that. Flight is at 8:30, but with me, as always, there's always a boo-boo or a cock-up as someone, or worse than that. But I don't know what happened. I booked a flight and I thought I was booking it into Gatwick Airport, and it showed up before I purchased it, and all of a sudden it's into Luton I'm going. And Niall McNulty, that's a regular contributor on the channel, sent me an email today and with a phone number to ring him at any time. So I rang him and he said, "Are you sure you're flying into Gatwick?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." He said, "Ryanair doesn't fly into Gatwick. They fly into Luton, Stansted and Heathrow." And I don't know how I done that, but the mind must be acting up. It doesn't, like, sometimes I write up stuff there at night and I can't see the mistake I'm making, but I see it the next day. And sometimes I think it's full of what I intend to write, and it's not. But that's part of the problem, I suppose, that I have. I don't see things too clearly at times. So it's into Luton, and I think it's an hour and 3/4 then on a bus or a train. But what I'm going to do, he sent me directions, something to get on LSP and London St Pancras and into town. So I might, to break up the journey, I might meet him for a cup of coffee. Terry had sent me a message earlier that they were going to pick me up in Gatwick, but that thought was only 40 minutes away, so it's too far of a journey. So I'll work it. I'll meet them in the afternoon or in the evening. So if that's the only thing that goes wrong, we'll be all right. We won't panic anyway, but we'll get there. Many few pound in Roscommon. Mikey O'Sullivan backed him yesterday for the same stable, the McNiff Yard, and he had rode Presenting Lad the last time. And I have great time for that jockey. He uses his head. He reminds you a bit like Pat Smullen or Donncha O'Brien. They never complicate things. Jockeys like that, I have great respect for them altogether. So he was 4-1, 9-2, and I backed the winner of the second last one at 5-1. But I had the first couple of wrong. One of the first races I was told it had a great chance, Coventry, but done no good. And I actually I backed a horse for a couple of horses just for reasons, the names of them, and I seldom do that, but I done it tonight, but didn't come up lucky. But we came out with more money than we went in anyway. So the Mullins yoke and the bumper, I done that double. That let me down. I had a treble done with Sean Ryan's horse, but that didn't run. I don't know why. What was the reason for that? Big crowd there this evening. Piss rain a couple of times. It was Ladies' Day. A lot of them go around with hats, and a few I knew had no hat. They left them on the bus. They were more fond of drink. A lot of them. It was a good crack though. Anyway, a shout out to Lorraine in Doonbeg. She will have the kettle on and tea and cake or scones or something ready at some point when I'm passing, but I'm going to be selfish. I'm not going to bring in any Yanks at all. I might go and meet her and her man. I won't say who it is, but you'd know him. When I'm on the camper trip in August, so I don't want to rush things. Anyway, you seem like a good character. I was chatting with her on the phone actually. A person gave me the number, or gave her maybe the phone. Anyway, tomorrow I seen Mick Kinsella He'll be a buddy of Martin Sheridan of Earls fame. They're heading over tomorrow with Earls over to Pontefract. And McKinsey left a message there in the comment section saying that they're expecting rain overnight, and that'll suit. It'll suit Earls. Like, they're not going over. Like, there's 14,000, nearly 14,500 for the winner. They're not going over for the CA or whatever sort of air they have. But they're paying 3 places, most bookies, all besides, and there's only 7 runners. So it's a 7-to-1 shot. So it has won 4 times for us before, and I didn't tip it up when the day that I won there at to the big prize. But being by Dream Ahead, they love cutting the ground. Back to 89, it's on a workable mark. I see they're going for first time cheek pieces. Be interesting to see how PJ McDonald goes on, because nearly all the time Gary Carroll rides. But a one-off 85 before, a one-off, and the ground is key to it. And the stiff uphill finish there at Pontefract, if he can't get a tune out on PJ McDonald. Wexford lad, he's not too bad. So the 3-year-old, of course, is getting the £6 weight for age allowance, Kitai. But there's a couple there that wouldn't like the ground to get, I hope it's hock deep. All the better for us if it is. He also said that they're sending over Dha Leath as well, but I can't see it classy enough to beat the winner. But it's 4-to-1 without the favourite. That favourite, Purple Play, it's rated 109. So in a handicap, that would be given Dha Leath £17. But like, it went out to Australia and it didn't do any good there. Didn't like down, and if that's even with one leg tied up, you'd imagine that should be good enough to win that race tomorrow. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. So the rain will suit Dha Leath as well. So maybe an each way double. Be grand double for Gavin Cromwell and PJ McDonald. But that won on heavy ground over 10 furlongs, so that'll be staying on as well. It won over 10 furlongs in Roscommon too, heavy ground. So the more rain for that too, the better. So there's a Shrudy has told me that this Silver Sheen might be the horse, even though it's a 9-year-old, might be the horse to win this 3-runner race tomorrow. I trust his opinion. He used to follow the horse with when it was with Jessica O'Brien. Jessica Harrington. Why did I say that? You see, but it want to brush up on its jumping from the last day. It makes a howler mistake, I think, at the last, wasn't it? But they were decent horses, My Bobby Dazzler and Martello Sky.
To pick up the near side, 3 of them in with a chance as they run to the second last. Silver Sheen, though, has gone on by 3 to My Bobby Dazzler, with Martello Sky not particularly quick there in third as they run to the last. My Bobby Dazzler trying to come back at Silver Sheen. Silver Sheen by 2 to My Bobby Dazzler. Martello Sky in third. Paddy Brennan and Silver Sheen. My Bobby Dazzler, who stays further, coming right back on this near side under Alex Edwards. My Bobby Dazzler to Silver Sheen. They run to the last half furlong. My Bobby Dazzler pounding on with the advantage here to Silver Sheen in second.
He was all over the shop there at them 2 jumps. A different kind is the favourite. It is good enough all for him. Now seldom I go near 3-horse races, but at 7-4 against a 11 to 10 shot, worth the risk maybe for people that like shorties. I picked one at Tramore, or as I say down there, Tramore. Blackpoint for the local trainer John Kiley. This looks like a plot job. It's rated 67 now. It started off handicapping 84. That's 17 pounds lower. One off 84. No, it's one of maiden. It started off then, but it's down the ratings. But this is third run back after the layoff. It's an angle I always like, but being a local trainer, it looks like it was geared for this. It was behind No Hassle the last day, but he comes from a long way back. He's about let's see, there's about 4 behind him there. He'd be in 8th place. And he does a bit of Weaver Beaver
with
manoeuvre.
Just over 4 furlongs to go. It's Surviving Murmansk leading at the turn. Atlantic Island followed by Hello Pardon, No Hassle. Bear Claws 5th and then Supreme Law.
The blue sleeves. White with the blue dots.
Lengths to DeLuca Chop with coming into it Blackpoint. Ridden along as I'll say it and Bright Moment and Gloves Off. Turning their heads for home with 2.5 furlongs to go. Surviving Murmansk is challenged round the outside by Bear Claws. In between them is Atlantic Island. Over on the right is Hello Power, followed by No Hassle and Supreme Law, and then Blackpoint. In the centre of the track is Magigal racing to the final furlong. Things are changing up front. Driven on is Hello Power and Chris Hayes with No Hassle gone off in pursuit. Blackpoint there on the outside, then Surviving Murmansk. Inside the final 150 yards, Hello Power is claimed by No Hassle, who's getting up in the centre, then Blackpoint. No Hassle the winner from Blackpoint, and
I'm trying to read between the lines, thinking that might be just set up for tomorrow. Met one of the owners of the Truant, the Roscommon. I think it's a big prize though, 9 to 1 or 8 to 1 or something. I prefer Blackpoint in that race tomorrow. So, Sheen, I'll bring the gear with me, and I'll hopefully be able to get a video tomorrow night and give me a time to study it if the phone uses, or if I can use the phone on the plane and again on them trains over there. So we'll see. Bash the Bookies, over and out.